welcome back. Gentle viewers, I'm sure you'll agree with me that all of our guests have been incredible and illustrious, and we can learn so much from them. But there's a special place in our hearts for our artists, like DJs, and now lucky enough to have an author here with us. And it is Deslyn Desie Roberts from Antigua, but now living in Boston. Amazing career that you've had in photography, and then I guess in other media as well, as we can see here. And so I guess basically just give us like I mean, I'm sure everybody knows who you are, but for me, for those of us who don't know, give us like an overview on yourself, please.
Well, my name is Desie Roberts, and I was born in Antigua. I've been away for a little while. I live in Boston for many years, and I am a photographer, which is a dream that I had when I was a little boy, when I left here. And I followed the dreams, and it get me to where I am today. So just give you a little overall cap of what I did so far. But in the book that I wrote, you have a lot of the essential things that I do along the way.
Yeah, that's so inspiring. Because it's amazing to see people who are able to do something that they love and they have a passion for.
Yes.
So it's great to see someone who is going to work and still enjoying it and not burnt out and things like that. So for you, you had your, so how many books have you written?
Well, this is my first book.
This is the first
one,
but
yes.
Then you also have...
I made a DVD. It's a song I wrote about the journey. It's a complete song that I wrote about the journey in DVD.
From bare feet...
To butt cheeks. And I was that little bare feet butt cheek boy growing up in Antigua. Aww. And that's where it is. So,
and from that age, were you already taken by photography and like portraits and things like that?
Well, I was really inspired by the art of photography when I was young. I came to the city of St. John, and I met a photography studio, and it kind of captured my imagination. So from that point, I wanted to be a photographer, and that's where all the dreams begin, right here in St. John's, Antigua. I probably was about 10, 12 years old at that time.
Amazing, amazing. So then for you, you are going to be doing a book signing very soon.
Yes, I will be doing a book signing tomorrow. Of best of books in St. John. It will be from 12 until 3.
12 until 3.
Yes, and then Sunday we'll have an open book signing at the Sweets Village football field in Sweets. It'll be open. We're going to pitch a tent and hope the people bring their kids out. They can get an autograph, take some pictures, tell some story. Hopefully we can inspire at least one little girl or boy to do what I do.
I feel like you'll be inspired. I'm inspired, so you'll be inspiring a bunch of people. So are there anybody in particular you want to shout out and say, hopefully you see them or they'll bring along their family and friends?
Yes, first of all, I would like to say hi to my wife, Priscilla. She's great by my side, helped me all the way that I'm going through this. I have a few people in Antigua that I want to say thank you for. I call them my boots on the ground down here. My sister-in-law, Angela Roberts, I want to thank you. My friend Francine Kendall, who's my research. I've never asked her to do anything, and she don't find the phone number and an email or an address. So I just want to say thank you for that. And all the other people that's around me, my brother, his name is Wilbur, call him Kilo. He chauffeured me around, and we have a lot of help down here, family coming down to help us out as well. So we want to give thanks to everyone who helps me to put this together.
Yeah, because people pay a lot of money for assistance. So it sounds like you have a whole team and they're doing it because they love you and your work is incredible.
Thank you.
So I'm holding this. This is a magazine. Is it like an independent magazine?
That's an independent magazine in Boston. They're called Probe Magazine. He's been around. And the story begins with him. I was telling him like 2 years ago before the book was written, I'm going to write a book. And said, Mr. Roberts, I want you to come on my magazine. I want you to be on the cover. And I said, okay. So when I wrote the book, I sent him the pictures. I was impressed with what he came back. That's what he did for me.
Look at you, you're a cover model. This is amazing. And of course, the DVD as well. That is a song that you wrote.
Yep.
And are there going to be like images as well
Yes,
with this?
there's images on it, yes.
So is this like Beyonce's Lemonade? Is it like a lyrical like
I don't know if
movie?
it's like Beyonce Lemonade, but it's have a lot of images of me growing up and the process that I go through, and people will get to see it. They'll have some pictures of the island on it as well. And having that young Jamaican artist usually sings the lyrics.
Amazing. So obviously there's going to be so much that people are going to be able to glean from you at your signing as well as your appearance in Suites on Sunday, you said?
Yes, Sunday from 2 to 3.
2 to 3. So if
I'm sorry,
somebody...
from 2 to 5.
2 to 5, 2
Yes,
to 5.
sorry about that.
No, get there early so you don't miss anything.
That's right.
But definitely, is there anything that unfortunately, if somebody doesn't get to see you or purchase your book, what is it that the message is behind your deciding to write a book?
Well, I think the message to decide to write a book is I have a photography studio in Boston, and it's been there for quite a while. So a lot of my customer comes into the studio, and I have a gallery with a lot of people, famous people, well-known people, people in the industry, and they keep telling me, Desie, when are you going to write a book? You say, you have some history in your studio, you really have to write a book. And they kind of drive in it. But in 2015, I have a young one who used to work with me when he was a teenager, and he came to visit, and he walked around and when to leave, and he says, Desie, when the hell are you going to write a book? And we get started, so I did the research, have some people help me out on it, to do some research on the writing, and that's where we are today, 4 years later.
Amazing. So when the book becomes a biopic, who's going to be playing you in the movie?
I don't know yet. We'll find some guy from down here to
a
do it.
young, a Michael B. Jordan, or like, you know, so this is amazing. So hopefully people will be able to come out and see you tomorrow at Best of Books.
Best of Books from 12 until 3, yes.
12 to 3,
Downtown.
and then Sunday Suites basketball.
Court,
okay.
from 2 until 5.
2 to 5.
They're all
And will they
welcome.
be able to pick up a copy of the book as well?
We're willing to pick up a copy. We get some souvenirs, and we'll give away
There's
some
souvenirs.
DVD. We'll give away
There's
some magazines.
giveaways.
We'll sign them.
Look at that. You guys are so lucky. Oh, yeah, there we go. I had the glare on it there for a second. Perfect. Wonderful. This, I think, really is inspiring, and it can show people, you know, all the things that are in store for them when they really are inspired by what they do.
Yep.
So from Antigua to Boston, photography, what's the most, I guess maybe, who's the most famous person you've taken a photo of?
That's a good question. I've photographed a lot of famous people, but my most personal one that I liked the best was Bob Marley, who I had. He's also in the book, who I met at least 3 times. I went to many of his concerts. But not only did I photograph Bob Marley, I also photographed President Obama. I also photographed Bill Clinton, and now I also have the former President Biden in the book. I meet them all in my journey. So they're all in the book with many others, celebrities, and I also have Senator Kennedy and Coretta Scott King. These are some of the people I met in my field of work.
Do you understand? We're like, it's the game where people are like 6 degrees from like Kevin Bacon. Thanks to Mr. Roberts, I am now like a degree away from the Obamas. And so will you be when you get to see him at Best of Books and at the Suites Village basketball court from 2 to 5 p.m. this Sunday, tomorrow at Best of Books. Don't miss out. It's going to be amazing. You get to basically breathe the same air as a famous historian right from Antigua and Barbuda. And from Antigua Barbuda today, we'll be right back.
We've all been taught as youngsters to believe in ourselves and to follow our dreams. We were also taught that we must work hard at whatever career path we choose in life, thus solidifying our legacy and embedding it in the bosom of history. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Deslyn Desie Roberts, writer, father, entrepreneur, and author of the long-awaited autobiography, Journey from Antigua to America, a true life story of how a camera and the love of photography transformed the life of this little bare-feet boy from the island of Antigua and Barbuda, placing him in the presence of many great historical figures such as Bill Clinton, Sugar Ray Leonard, Joe Biden, Bob Marley, and the opportunity to meet and photograph the first black president of the United States, Barack Obama, and his wife Michelle Obama. These and hundreds of images complements the silk-page hardcover well-written presentation, now available online at nevaehpublishing.co@gmail.com. That's NAVAEH publishing.co@gmail.com. A copy of the book can also be obtained at Robertsphotostudio, 840 Morton Street, Mattapan, Massachusetts, or by simply calling 617-288-4417. Again, 617-288-4417.